I started.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Rafi,
so since we are meeting for the time, so
yeah,
please
you can.
introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Meenu Jain. I'm a homemaker. I live in UP. And if I talk about my academics, I did BSc in bio. And after that, I did fashion designing, but I never did job. And I love cooking, reading books, and nowadays, and learning new things. So nowadays, I'm learning English. Not learning, like, I'm just trying to improve my English. Yeah. So whenever I get time, watching videos, listening podcasts, and try to speak with someone, in that way, I am enhancing my communication. That is all about me. And now it's your turn.
Okay, thank you very much for giving a nice introduction. Now I'm going to introduce myself. This is Rafiqul Mia. I'm from West Bengal, Kuchbehar district, to be more exact. And when it comes to my educational qualification, unfortunately, I couldn't complete my graduations because of some reasons. And by profession, I'm a businessman. I'm a small businessman. Actually, I'm an Ayurvedic drug store, and I have been doing my business for the last 7 years. Apart from that, I'm a YouTuber as well, and you know that very well. A little while ago, I told you that I'm also a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel named Rupik English School, which is based on spoken English and conversation videos. Now, I would like to say something about my likes and dislikes. I like patriotism, honesty, truthfulness, hardworking, and sincerity. And I dislike gossiping, speaking ill of others. And everybody has an aim in life because an aimless life is like a boat with a boatman. So my aim in life is to be a good English teacher. Yeah, that's all about me.
So good to hear about you also. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so now I would like to answer some simple questions related to English. Would you like to answer me?
You ask first.
Okay, so my first question goes to you. Probably you have been learning for a long time and you are practicing every single day. So actually, my question is to you. Uh, there are so many students who are learning English, like they have been learning English for a long time. Actually, they have been learning English as a subject, not as a language. Okay. Actually, they can write English very well. They can read English very well. Even they can translate any kind of Hindi sentence into English very well, fairly well. But the problem is that in spite of knowing all these things, they cannot talk English properly. So, what is the reason behind it? You think why they can't speak English properly after having a good knowledge about English grammar? And so, what is the reason behind it? You think?
Yeah, lack of practice of speaking. Speaking come by speaking. If you have a great knowledge, like I've seen so many teachers, they having a very great idea about the grammar. They are good at grammar. Still, they are not comfortable while speaking. Why? Because language come by speaking. So you need to speak as much as you can. If you are not speaking, so you won't be able to speak. Like I've seen some like simple people, they are not educated, they are not able to write, read, but they are able to speak because they are speaking, they are getting atmosphere. The atmosphere is also matter and speaking. So if you are not talking, so it won't be work.
Okay, so actually, your opinion is that they don't practice regularly.
Yeah.
They don't try to speak
Speaking,
in English.
yeah. If you are reading, watching, listening, and you are not speaking, all is in vain. You are not gonna to be a good speaker. If you want to become a fluent speaker, you want to get fluency, so you have to come out your comfort zone. If you are like able to speak broken English, so try to speak. Yeah. Otherwise, if you think after getting a whole knowledge about the grammar, learning vocabulary, you are going to speak, so it is not possible. Like if I think, I just gather all the like grocery and spices, but I am not cooking. So what is the benefit? So yeah, if you have two things, try to speak that thing. If you have, so work on your speaking part rather than reading, writing, watching. Yeah.
Okay, so you wanna say that due to lack of enough practice of speaking in English, they're not being able to speak English properly because they don't try to speak in English. They don't try to practice every single day. They don't try to speak in English with their family members, with their partners, colleagues. It
Like
can be
here you
anybody,
get
any.
chance. Like it is not possible everyone to speak with their family friends because they are not good at English. They are not able to speak. But nowadays, due to social media, we having this kind of a opportunity connecting with people, WhatsApp group, this kind of application. So you can go there and everyone has their own mobile. So there is no problem these days for practicing.
Yeah, so there can be any other reason behind it.
Yeah,
There
that
can be
is,
any other.
I think they having a fear. They think if they are gonna to speak, if they are going to speak wrong, people will judge us. So that is the main reason, their fear.
Okay, fear and okay. So
Lack of
actually,
practice, their
they get
fear.
a.
Yeah.
So you wanna actually, you wanna say that they get nervous. They get nervous. They feel shy. They hesitate. They
Yeah.
form back by speaking English, and that they are unable to speak in English. But they are trying. But they are. Actually I mean to say that they are trying their level best to improve their speaking English, but their English is not improving day by day. But I think their English is actually their English is improving a little by little, slowly but surely. But actually, but they are not getting improvement. They are not getting improvement as they want. Okay, as much
Yeah,
as they
it
want.
happens. Like I have been learning this language more than 2 years. Still, I think I'm not that much good speaker. Yeah. So you can't say na, like learning language is a very small task. Within a 2-3 months, you are gonna to learn whole language. It is not possible. It is a long-term goal, and it depends on your environment. If you're having an environment, people are using this language, so you can learn. You can grab the words. You can grab the like sentences very easily. It depends. So many things like yeah, what kind of environment you're having. If you are practicing on your own, so it takes too much time.
Yeah, I know that very well. Actually, learning it's a continuous process, and learning a new language is not easy. But if you have a strong wish to become fluent, you will definitely reach that point. And I know that very well. It takes time. It will not happen overnight because this is not a piece of cake, right? And so I know that very well. It takes time. So no matter how long it takes, actually, we should practice every single day. We should keep speaking uh, no matter how long it takes, right? So actually, I'm saying that they are not getting improvement as much as they want after trying hard, after trying their best level. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, it means they should check themselves where they are lacking, because I've seen some people like there is a Tehti mom. She is from a very rural area and she is trying to do and she is getting. So it means you are not getting my voice. You are not getting my
Yeah,
voice.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm saying the Hati ma'am is a very good example. She is from a very rural area, very poor background, very low. Like, yeah, if she can learn, so anyone can learn. Maybe it means you are lacking somewhere. You need to check yourself why you are not getting improvement. What kind of a things you have to change? You have to change your procedure. Where, like, yeah, in that way, you need to check yourself.
Yes, that is the right point. Now you are getting that. Actually, they need to change their strategy, and they need to change their environment. Like they need to change their
They
tricks and
need to
techniques.
change their ways. Maybe whatever they are listening, they need to change that thing. Like, yeah, they need to change their ways. So getting some advanced, so they learn some advanced vocabulary, new frames, and try to talk with advanced speaker also. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Okay. So, and my second question is to you. Uh, sorry. Yeah, actually, someone is disturbing me. Okay. So my second question is to you. Avar Piolo. Okay, so my second question is to you. Uh, the question is that
You forgot.
sorry. Yes, yes, yes.
Sometimes it happens. We want to ask so many things, we forget at that time. No? Like you got distracted. Like someone came and you got distracted. That is the reason you forgot. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like
My
I want to ask.
let
Okay, first I ask, when did you start your journey and how did you start? What came into your mind?
Okay, but let me say my third question.
Okay.
Actually, my
You
third question is
okay.
my third question is that how to think in English, because so many co-learners ask me this question. Actually,
Okay.
when I try to so many co-learners, I am
If
often
you are a
asked
beginner,
this question.
yeah, if you are
Think
a beginner, it is not possible. Like if you are a beginner, like I know now when I started my journey, that time I was on the same thing. Like I used to think, and after that translating. It comes na by gradually. Not you can't na apply this thing. First, you need to work and try to speak, and like whatever you see nearby your like yeah like this table I use for this thing. So try to start thinking. Give your mind some training. Like train your mind. If you are going to cook, like yeah, to make conversation with yourself in English. In that way, your mind get used to. So you have to give training to your mind. It is not there is no mantra like thinking or in English. You have to train yourself. Like Hindi, like whatever you language you are using, we speak without thinking. Why? Because since childhood we are using this language, and when we speak, there is no need to think. Like that, we need to train our mind for this language. Give
yeah.
yourself time. Don't rush. Don't be hard with yourself. Give yourself some time. Don't like there is no limit time. 3 4 months you are gonna to become like you start thinking in English. It is not possible.
Yes, you're right. Okay, so talking to yourself, it seems to me now you can speak English very well. So could you please tell me something about your English speaking journey? Like when did you start your English speaking journey very seriously, and how did you practice while learning English? Uh, exactly what do you do to learn English? Please tell me something about it.
Okay, like as you know, we have been learning this language since childhood as a subject. And like I also had this subject since like nursery LKG. And till 12th, I was in a Hindi medium, but I had a fear of speaking this language. I never tried to speak. And when I came into graduation, I gave exam in English, but I never tried. I always had. I fascinated because my friends, some were from English medium. They were very good at English. So it was always in my mind. So 3 years back, 2 3 years back, I was watching some videos on YouTube. There I got idea like by using YouTube also there are some app you can work on your communication. So on that day onwards, I started working on myself, and it was not easy. When I started, I was not able to speak a single word. Can you imagine? I was not able to think. I was blank. Like yeah. So like, but I never gave up. I always learn like read, watch, listen, and try to speak simultaneously because I started using some application where we get the core learner like Joshtalk is fluency. I use those application because initially I think talking on like audio calls is much better. Like if you are not able to speak, yeah. So in that way, I put my hard work. That is, I'm here. Still, I'm on working. I can't say myself I'm a good speaker. I'm a good communicator. Still, I face so many challenges. I feel like I don't have that much vocabulary, not phrases, idioms, because we are not using in daily basis. If we learn also, we forget. It happens with me. So, like, yeah, I try to listen some native speakers on daily basis. Yeah, my favorite is the Bob the Canadian, Jay Forrest, and Vanessa. These people I love to listen daily basis. And
Okay,
what
nice
is
to hear.
yeah, because it is not our regular language. Like in Hindi also, we are not using that much idioms nowadays. I think we are once in a while it comes in our mouth, any idiom. Yeah. So like in our language, we are not using the how can we get the all things from other language? If we are good at basic English, so it is also very good. We can replace some basic into advanced. Yeah.
Okay, so now what do you think about English? Do you think that English is easy or not?
It is
Because you
not
have learned
easy. It
right
is
and you
not easy. Like I can say it is not easy. Easy. It is
okay.
not easy. But if you decide to do anything, so nothing is impossible. There is nothing impossible, but there is no shortcut. There is no like small way to reach this goal. So yeah, you have to put your efforts. You need some passion. If you
By
have
the way,
proper why you are learning this language. So
আমার তুলাত গেছি
কেন কয়দিন থেকে বলে যায় তা তুলবে
Just a minute. ঠিক আছে যাও
So yeah, you need a proper why you are learning this language. If you are learning like you have a passion, so no one can stop you. Like being as a homemaker, if I can do, so anyone can do.
yeah. Yeah, actually, I think now everyone can speak English very well and everyone can learn English. And as far as I know that it has no age and education has no way, education has no is doesn't matter, right? And particularly, actually, in this modern era, in this modern era, we are getting a lot of opportunity for learning English through this application by using social media, right? And if I talk about in actually, English is a medium of communication across the world. That is why we are learning English because now English is spoken across the world. It's a global language. It's a world language. So we need to learn English, right? Everyone, every single person should learn English. Every single student, even every single student should learn how to speak, how to write, how to read fairly well. So every single student learn it, and
But
actually, what I'm
nowadays,
what
saying right after saying like after listening you, I can say yeah, it is much easier nowadays because social media is there. You can listen, you can watch, you can use this kind of application. So nowadays, if you want to work on your English, it is much easier. You just need some sources, and if you try to find out, so there are lots of sources where you can go and you can improve yourself. So in that way, it currently like these days, it is much easier learning this language.
actually I am trying to say that English is easy. English is not actually it's very easy text I think because if you be clear if you be clear on your basic, like if you know how to make sentences, if you know
Ah,
if you tense models, if you have some grammatical rule, actually if you have some basic knowledge about grammar like tense, models, clause, conditional sentence, article, preposition, j and participle, part of pace, article, preposition. If you know all those things very well, then you will see that English is really very easy. It's not easy. It's not difficult. I think. I think so.
yeah,
But
like
we need to.
as we have been
Uh,
learning this like since childhood, that we already have so many ideas about the tenses, grammar, models, conditionals, everything, but we never try to use in our daily conversation. That is why we are lacking behind. We just treated this language as a subject. If we treat it like earlier, like as a language, so maybe this kind of a problem we are not facing.
Yeah, because I have already, yeah, a few moments ago, I have told you that there are so many students who have a good knowledge about English, but they cannot talk English properly. You know why? Because they don't know how to apply those learned grammars, grammatical rules and regulation in their daily conversation. They don't try to speak in English. They don't practice, and they don't know how to make sentences very easily, and they don't know how to make a conversation with co-learners, and that is why they are unable to speak in English after having good knowledge about English grammar, right?
Yeah,
So
you are saying
that's
right.
the
Yeah, after having a great knowledge, people are lacking because they feel like one is fear is also there. They feel if they are going to speak, people will judge us. They are not going to speak right. So in that way, otherwise, if they try 1 2 day, 3 days, yeah, 1 week, they will speak little bit wrong. But after that, it will become their habit. But sometimes it takes time. After having so much knowledge also, because they don't try to speak. Otherwise, other like maybe I will try to Bengali, so I won't think that much. I don't overthink. If I'm making mistake, I'm happy. Like yeah, this is not my language. If I'm making, it is not a big deal. But when it comes to English, so we feel shy. We feel hesitation. That is also a very great reason to learn this language. Are you there? Hello, hello. You got stuck. Hello.